back to my channel. Today I am doing kind of a Kylie haul. So I kind of went a little bit batshit crazy on the Kylie Cosmetics website, and like so many things kept kind of coming back in and out of stock. I tried to get the K-Brow kit, but that sucker sold out within like seconds. I mean, it's like all these teenagers. I'm like, when do you guys have time to buy all this makeup? Seriously, shouldn't you be in school? I don't understand it, but kudos to Kylie because she's nailing it. She's killing it. So I do want to get the brow kit one of these days. We'll see how it goes. In the meantime, I went ahead and went a little buck wild on her website. I have a concealer, I have the setting powder, I have all of these new little deals right here. I have a bronzer, I have 2 blushes, I have a new highlighter, and then I have the new Press Perfecting powder. So I also have 2 old highlighters, and I also create a look and kind of play around with the peach extended peach palette. I also bought one of her eyeliners. I got the shade brown, so I think this is new as well. Maybe it's not, don't quote me. I can't remember. Anyway, so we're just gonna have fun playing with Kylie Cosmetics. I'm gonna give you guys my opinion on these products, and some things didn't work out, and that's totally cool. It is what it is, but some of these products I really, really enjoy. So without further ado, let's jump right into the video, and I will see you guys in my final thoughts. Okay, so let's get playing with these products from Kylie. Full disclosure, I am testing out a new foundation and it's a little bit light for my skin. That's why I look like a really blank canvas with brows. So I do have one of her concealers, and I've had this concealer for a while, and I didn't like it because I was in that mindset that I really liked my concealers to be much lighter than I should. You know what I mean? So I pulled this one back out. This one is in the shade Maple. So this is C18 from Jeffree Star, and this is Kylie's Maple. So they're almost the exact same shade, literally like a hair off. Let's go ahead and apply this under the under eye. Now I've wiped off the applicator pretty good, so I didn't put on a lot. I just like to wipe off the applicator and then go in with what's on the applicator, just so that I can drag it down. Lately I've been really loving the way my concealer looks blending it out with my finger. I feel like with a sponge it just picks up way too much product, and I also feel like the finger just really melts it into the skin so good. I kind of see why people like this. This is not a bad concealer at all. I really do like the KKW. See, when I'm using my concealer, I am like wiping off the applicator and then going in. So it looks like I'm using a lot, but I promise I'm not. I kind of feel like this formula is super similar to the Jeffree Star formula. Like, if I wouldn't know better, I would feel like I was applying the Jeffree Star concealer, which I've been really enjoying. It's a little bit thick. It's a little bit thicker than I'm used to, and I don't know how that's going to wear and perform throughout the day, just because I'm older, and I feel like sometimes when you wear a really thick concealer, especially at my age, you know, I'm turning 40 this month, so, you know, sometimes I feel like you have to be a little bit more careful with thicker concealers as we age, but so far this is not bad. So now let's move on to the face products that I got. So I got quite a bit, and I started grabbing things as they came back into stock because they sold out so stinking fast. So I did pick up her, I got a hair somewhere. I did pick up her, what the hell am I trying to say? Oh, I did pick up her setting powder, and I got it in the shade Yellow. Heard so many people loving her setting powder. So this is what it looks like. Noticing right off the bat is the sticky tab. Like, sometimes I wish that there was the closable, especially like if you travel a lot. Having one that has these holes in it, it's so much more difficult to use. And so I just recommend, you know, only pulling it off halfway and keeping it on if you can. This smells similar to the magic powder from Charlotte Tilbury, and she has actually confirmed that she's going to be changing the scent of this. So for those of you that have the magic powder from Charlotte Tilbury but you don't love the scent of this, she is going to be changing it. And I don't wear a lot of setting powders, but I'm starting to wear a little bit setting powder. Not a lot though. I cannot wear a lot of setting powder. It's just, this is hard to get out. This is the shade of it. So it is kind of a yellow. It's basically it's exactly what it is. It's yellow. Oh, she's thick. This is a thick setting powder. I'm not going to set my under eyes just because, you guys, I normally never do. It never looks good on me, so I'm just going to kind of leave it. For me, it's hard to know exactly how the setting powder is going to work until you kind of get done with everything and then you apply your setting spray. Like, the setting spray just kind of melts it and kind of brings it all to life. So I'm not going to judge it right this second, but it's definitely a thicker powder than the Jeffree Star and the Magic powder from Charlotte Tilbury. So, you know, right off the bat, I can tell you it's a thicker powder. Next up, we have a bronzer, and I chose the shade Tequila Tan. I've heard so many people loving her bronzers, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, this is probably not the right shade. Yeah, this is not the right shade. It's not really doing much for my skin tone. I mean, I'm like swirling it. Yeah, it's not the right shade. Oh, that sucks. That sucks, Tara Lynn. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Fenty. This has been, oh, so good. I think I might keep the Kylie Cosmetics one and give it to my daughter. She's a little bit lighter skin tone than I am, so she might really have good luck with that shade. I could also give it to my mom. She's lighter than I am as well. Maybe it's the brush, because the brush isn't really picking up much product here. Let me try a different brush. Why do you have to be so hella difficult to open? Let me try a different brush. I can see why people love it because it's a very smooth bronzer. Looks really pretty on the skin, but I do still feel like this is too dark or too light. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to this. I need to bronze my skin up a little bit extra because my foundation is so light, you know? Okay, so I got two blushes. I got the shade Kitten Baby and Crush. Oh shit, they're pretty. So this is Crush and this is Kitten Baby. Oh, damn, they're pretty. This is Kitten Baby and this is Crush. So freaking pretty. Let's go into Kitten Baby first. Let's put Kitten Baby on this side. Ooh. That's so pretty. I love blush. I just freaking love blush so much. Damn, I love blush. Blush is like my favorite thing to apply. I applied Kitten Baby on this side. I can't get these names right. Peach on this side, Kitten Baby. Now let's put Crush on this side. Ooh, I like that shade too. That's so pretty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, now my concealer is creasing hella bad. And it's because it's a thicker product and I don't set my under eye. You know what I mean? So I just have to keep kind of going up in there and picking up the extra product. But damn, can we talk about this blush right now? I am blushing to the blush gods right now. Okay. I'm going to take this brush that I applied the powder with and kind of smooth it out a little bit, you know, just a little bit. Oh, damn, it's so pretty. I love me some blush. And then I have a pressed illuminating powder, and I don't know what the difference is, so let's see. The illuminating powder I got in Cheers Darling. Okay, so the illuminating powder is a highlighter. I mean, they just have to be fancy about it. The pressed perfecting powder I got in You're Perfect. This is kind of got a shimmer to it. It does. So do I apply this all over the face? Is this kind of supposed to be like a, I'm wondering if this is like almost like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette where it kind of gives you a little bit of shimmer all over the face. I need to look it up before I do that because I don't want to mess my entire face up. So let's first go in to this highlighter. I do have a few highlighters from Kylie. I just got to find them. This one is called Cotton Candy Cream and it is hella freaking pretty. I will swatch it for you guys in a second. but I think I got one more.
5 minutes later.
Now, I'll look up the proper name for this, but I think it's banana something. But the writing has worn off of the sticker, so I have no idea. But I think it's called banana something. It has that nice, bright, like, yellow gold undertone to it. And then this one is called Cheers Darling. This is the newest one that I got. So that's Cheers Darling. And then this is one that I've had, which is called Cotton Candy Cream. Okay, so here are the highlighters. So this is that banana one that I don't for sure know the name of it. This is the Cotton Candy Cream. And then this is the newest shade that I got, which is called Cheers Darling. So as you can see, some of the undertones within that, I was trying to try to turn it. Sometimes when you turn it against the light, you can kind of see the undertone. But while I have you here, let's do the blushes. On camera, they look to be the exact same shade, but this one is the peachier one, which is Kitten Baby, and then this is Crush. And hell, while we got you here, let's do the bronzer. Okay, so right here is the bronzer, and that one is in the shade Tequila Tan, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I still kind of feel like that bronzer should be showing up on my skin tone because it is darker on my skin. I just could not really get it to pull up. I'll continue to work with it, and then maybe in the description box or the comment section, I will kind of keep you guys updated, but it still should have worked. It has a nice cool tone undertone to it, so I don't know, you guys. I'll keep working with it, but here are all of the products swatched. Thing I will say about the new packaging versus the old packaging. So as you'll see, this is the old packaging, and you know, this is yellow. This one is more of like a creamish beige color, but I know the difference between these two. These, there are no differences except for when you turn them around on the back, then you see the difference. I don't really like that. I don't like how they're all the exact same. This is preference, you guys. This is just my opinion. It's kind of cool that they're all the same because, you know, they kind of look cool when you've got them all lined up or whatever. But the bad part about it is you got to turn them around to find out which one they are, you know? Which, I mean, I guess that's not too bad. And at least they made the stickers on the back darker. But I did kind of like this packaging where, you know, they still fit together. They're still the exact same. But I know what they are based on the color. You know what I mean? So I kind of prefer the older packaging. But hey, I mean, obviously she can do what the hell she wants because she's the one that's the billionaire. So what the hell do I know? So let's go into this new one, which is called Cheers Darling. Ooh, she's pretty. Kind of reminds me of the way that just applied. Look how pretty that is. It kind of reminds me of this new one, the new loose powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is a loose highlighter in the shade So Hollywood. That kind of reminds me of that. And I just wore that the other day, so, but look how freaking pretty that highlighter is. Let's go into this one, which I really like this one. This one is the Cotton Candy Dream. This one feels a little bit more pigmented. Oh, shit. Yes, it is. Oh, damn. I just got a little bit carried away. Did you see that? Ooh! It's like it looks normal and then bam! Tara got too carried away. Cotton Candy Cream, in my opinion, is way, way, way more pigmented than this. Did you just see what it did to my inner corner, or my inner corner? Ignore me. Do you see what it just did to my mustache? Okay, my Gibbons, though. Drench me and soak that powder into my skin. Oh, please, please, please. It's just a little bit thicker of a powder. Those of you out there that have oily skin, you might love that powder. For those that have dry skin, it might be too thick or too heavy for those of you that have drier skin. Let's go ahead and look up what this is because I have absolutely no idea what the hell it is. Eesh kebabs. Eesh kebab, shkebab, shkebab, shkebab. Okay, what were you called?
5 minutes later.
So You're Perfect is a soft, light beige tint. The Kylie Cosmetics Perfecting Powder is a lightly tinted, silky powder that will leave your skin looking soft and radiant. Yeah, so that's kind of what it is. It's kind of more something similar to the Ambient Lighting palette from Hourglass, which is my absolute favorite. So whenever I'm using an illuminating powder, I don't like stiffer brushes like this. This, in my opinion, would be too stiff because when you go to put it on, it's just gonna go right there in one spot. This, on the other hand, is wispy, so it kind of distributes it a little bit easier. So I'm gonna kind of dip my brush down in there, kind of place this Yeah, I can see it kind of illuminating. It's not like overwhelming. It's not a bad powder. It's not. Not bad at all. Okay, so this would not be a good Kylie haul if I didn't use a Kylie palette, right? And I forgot to tell you, one of my favorite loose highlighters from her is called Fiji, I think. Santorini. Oh my gosh, you guys. Santorini is gorgeous. Like one of the prettiest blinding loose highlighter. Oh, look. Let me just show you how blinding this bitch is. Okay, you got your glasses on. Blinding. Oh, so freaking pretty. I love this loose highlighter. It has been one of my favorites. I've had it for about a year now and I am obsessed. It is absolutely the perfect shade. It's so freaking pretty. Can you see? I told you I'd blind you. See? You gotta put your glasses on because it's blinding. Oh, damn, it's pretty. It's so blinding. So her loose powder highlights. Yeah. So this is the Peach Extended palette, and it doesn't have that written anywhere on this palette. But I do really like this palette. And I've had good luck with this palette as far as just the shades, the way that they blend, and it's just a really pretty palette. I mean, you guys know I love peach. Now, I did get me an eyeliner, so I'm going to be using an eyeliner from her. I will use that in a minute. I mean, my skin looks pretty smooth, though. It does. A little bit heavy around my wrinkles. And the foundation I'm wearing is very skin-like. So it is a little bit heavy around my wrinkles, but I kind of like that illuminating powder. Like, really like it. You can kind of see it gave the skin just a nice sheen to it. And I kind of like it. I kind of do. I got a little bit carried away on this side with highlighter. But hey, I mean, I'm not going nowhere. So I'm going to go in with a felt tip applicator first. I'm going to dampen it with my beauty wipe. So it's a little bit damp. Damn, do you see how pretty that shade is? And I forget just how amazing a felt tip applicator will apply shimmer shades. And do you see how freaking beautiful that shade is on my eye right now? It's so pretty, right? Oh my gosh. It's prettier than I remember. I'm going to take my Worker Pro. Is that what this is? No, Crease Pro. And let's first go into this shade right here. It's been a minute since I've used this palette, and I forget just how much I do like this palette. And I'm not a super huge fan of Kylie Cosmetics palettes, but this one I like. Look how pretty that is. Yes, please. That's pretty, and it's kind of like light and soft. I'm going to take a little bit of that and bring it along the lower lash line. Kind of build that up a little bit. But I kind of like this just on its own, like just light and beautiful. I like that. I'm just going to leave it right there. Like, how simple is that? I'm going to go into this shade right next to it. I actually really like this palette. I don't know why I'm not picking it up more. It's super freaking pretty. But that shade is very buildable. So you can kind of like blend, you know, apply it, blend it out, apply it, blend it out, and I'm not getting any fallout, and it's just really working good. Like, it's applying really natural and just looks really soft on the eye. Now I'm gonna go in with the eyeliner and do my upper waterline. Wait, is this even working? Is it working? It's not. Maybe I need to like warm it up on the back of my hand. All right, now let's go in. Oh, for hell's sake. Okay, it's not working. It's not sticking to my eyelid. Can you guys see that? It's not sticking to it. What the hell? Okay, well, that was pointless. This might work like on like the eyeliner this way, but not on the waterline. Like I can't get it to stick on the waterline, see? Okay? Like it's, I didn't put it on. It's like, where is it? Yeah, that's not gonna work. I need a real eyeliner, okay? Ugh. Okay, so before I move on to the lip, I just need to point this out because I got this Pat McGrath mascara when it first came out. Like, you know, Sephora was offering like the deluxe size sample of it or whatever, so I got it. I didn't like it the first time I used it, but you know how mascaras can be. And when you let them sit for a little bit and you let them get a little bit thicker, okay? You know how mascaras are. They can just be better once they're a little bit thicker. Look at my lashes. It looks like I have false ones on. False ones. What the hell am I talking about? It looks like I have like individual lashes on, and I don't. These are all natural. I am loving this. Like, this just gave me the length all the way to Jesus. Like, love it. Holy crap, I love it. Yes, Pat McGrath. I have several lip shades, but the only one that I absolutely love is this one. This one was from the Kylie Cosmetics and the Courtney collaboration. I hope it's still available. Oof. Maybe I should look before I start really flapping my mouth too hard. It is. It's called French Kiss. It's still available. It's 16 bucks. This one is definitely my favorite as far as in the entire, you know, it's not like I have a ton of them. Like I've probably got like 5 or 6 of her lipsticks. But the only lip liner I got is this one, and I don't know that it's going to work, but we'll try it. This is in the shade Kylie. Did she have a lip liner called Kylie? Because I'm not seeing it on the website. So it says Kylie like right here, and then it says Kylie Jenner. I don't know if you guys can read it, but it says Kylie, and then it just says Kylie underneath it. Hopefully when it comes down to editing, I will be able to give you guys a better description of what this lip liner is. Like maybe it's her lip liner and it's just discontinued. You just never know, but I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. And I like it because it's not overly dark, so I can contour with it. And I'm gonna dip my finger in to this shade that we have on my lip. I'm gonna dip into the shade that I have on my eye. It's one of my favorite things to do is like go into the eyeshadow that I have on and place it on a matte lip. And I'll tell you what, it'll last for hours. Okay, so this is the final look, and I think it's just very soft, summery, almost bridal. Like I'm kind of feeling like I'm like a bridesmaid or a bride. It's kind of the feeling I'm getting. The concealer, I like it, but it's not my favorite only because it's a little bit too thick for me. But I will let you guys know in the comments down below how it wore and if I was able to get longevity. It looks really good. It's full coverage. And I just feel like for me being, you know, that I'm older, sometimes when I wear a thicker concealer like that, I don't have the best luck with it. Okay, moving on to the bronzer. As you guys seen, the bronzer just didn't really work for me. The thing about it that kind of stinks is that the shade actually looks like it would work. So what I mean by that, I have my Marc Jacobs Tantastic, and the shade is almost similar to the Tantastic, but I get so much better payoff with the Tantastic than I did this one. And let's swatch it and just see if they're the same shade. Okay, so they're kind of the same shade. So this is the Tantastic and this is the Kylie. They're kind of similar, but they definitely have that cooler undertone. But I just did not have, they almost look the exact same. This one maybe just a hint lighter. I don't know. I just didn't get much payoff, but I know that everybody's been raving about her bronzers. So I don't know that I don't dare say that it just doesn't work it just didn't work for me. I could not get that pigment to show up on my skin. So that's kind of a bummer. It says it's a warm bronze. It doesn't feel warm to me, not even a little bit. It looks very cool toned. And I'll continue to play with it. But the blushes, I absolutely love the blushes. I think they're very soft on the skin. And, you know, that's something that I can really appreciate. I think they're very soft, very beautiful. And I do like the blushes. So, you know, if you have been thinking about getting a blush from her collection, I don't think you'll be disappointed because it's a nice formula, which is what I was hoping for. The highlighter, I like the highlighter. I feel like it's not, this one in particular is not as pigmented as the other two that I had in my collection, but it's a nice highlighter. But I would say my favorite out of all the products that I tried was this. This is that Press Perfecting Powder. I love the sheen that it gave the skin. Kind of reminds me somewhat of like an alternative to the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette that I'm absolutely obsessed with. This would probably be a nice alternative because that's like a $60 palette. And this is not nearly as expensive. So I really like this. I think it does have just enough shimmer to it to not exaggerate pores, not emphasize texture, but it looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. So this gets like an AA plus for me. The powder, again, I feel like the powder is probably designed for those of you out there that have combo or oily skin and you really need your powder to perform. For me, being that I'm like dry normal, I don't know that I'll be reaching for this one. This is not a bad setting powder, and I do feel like it kind of blurs everything out. Let's talk about the palette. I am so stupid for not using this more. I'm going to be using this quite often. I really, really love this. I loved it from the second that I reviewed it several months back. I review so many products that some of these products get kind of pushed to the side. If you guys love peach, you will love this. It is so pretty. It is so pretty. Eyeliner, I'm kind of bummed about the eyeliner. For those of you that put the eyeliner above your eyelashes, I think this will work because it has good pigment. I mean, you can see I'm barely touching. It has good pigment, but it doesn't work in the waterline, which is typically where I wear my eyeliner. I normally never line right up here. I mean, look, I just keep looking at those lashes like, who am I? That's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys again for all the love that you guys show me and this channel. It means the absolute world to me. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day filled with love and happiness. I will see you guys in my next video, and I love you all so much. Bye.